What's up, internet? Matt here, and I've been using the iPhone 15 Pro for 2 weeks now, and I have some favorite accessories and apps that I want to share with you. Let's get into it. All right, so first up, I want to talk about the case that I've been using on my iPhone 15 Pro. Now, I have put this on my phone as soon as I got it, and I've actually dropped it already. So let me tell you about the Nomad modern leather case. Now, this is in the English tan color. It is one of my favorite colors. It reminds me of some of these Allen Edmond dress shoes that I used to have a long time ago. And you can kind of see right here where I dropped it, and it actually healed pretty good. And typically with some leather cases, they like to chip and the leather kind of comes off. This did a nice, weird, like smoothing over of the leather after it kind of chipped off, which I appreciate. But the best part about this case is that it provides really good protection for around the screen and the ports. So fits really nice in the hand, and it did not give me any trouble other than when I dropped it. And that's really because it was a standard lap drop where you stand up and you think you have it in your pocket. And I was really shocked that the case was not that damaged. One of my biggest pet peeves about cases is that when they get dropped, they somewhat get compromised as far as how well they can protect the phone. But as you can see here, this really did not make much of an impact. There's some small little scratches right here. And I mean, this was right on concrete and it did a really good job. My camera was good. And as you see, there's a nice little lip around the camera, and that was really helpful. So I did add a screen protector to my phone. That was because I don't know what it is about my lifestyle. Maybe it's because I like to have Allen keys in my pocket for doing different things with my camera. But all I know is that I keep getting scratches on my screen, and I actually got a really deep scratch down here on the front of the screen. Broke my heart, like seriously broke my heart. I went on Amazon and purchased a Spigen screen protector. I typically don't like screen protectors because they end up breaking for me. And that's probably a sign that I probably should keep a screen protector on my phone. But the Spigen screen protector is really nice, actually. The feel to your finger is pretty close to glass. It's not quite the same. But whatever film or protective layer that is over the screens of the new iPhone, I don't know what's going on, but it is very sensitive to micro scratches. So if you are worried about micro scratches, definitely check out the screen protector from Spigen. It's been so far so good. I've used them on other phones as well, but this one in particular is for the iPhone 15 Pro. I'm sure they have one for the Pro Max and other iPhones as well. So enough about the case and the screen protector. I want to talk about some of my favorite accessories. This next accessory is by Nomad, and this is their universal Kevlar cable. Now, I like this for a few reasons. One, most things these days are not fully USB-C. They're still USB-A. And so this has a USB-A end at the top. And then the other thing is, with the switch from Lightning to USB-C on the iPhone, you still may find yourself in limbo with some of your other devices. For example, my AirPods use Lightning, my AirPods Max use Lightning, and some of the other accessories like my Apple TV remote, my trackpad, my Magic Mouse, all of those use Lightning. Nomad's cable is a 3-in-1. So one end is USB-A and the other end is micro USB. Do y'all remember that? Micro USB used to be like the most annoying thing. Like you could never, like I'm glad it's gone. And so what Nomad provides is an extra tip, a Lightning to micro USB conversion tip. So now you can plug it in with Lightning. And then also you have a micro USB to USB-C conversion tip, and you can plug it in with USB-C. Now this has worked great when I need to like charge my phone in a car or somewhere that just has a regular USB-C port. So this is a really good tool to have. I think that everyone should probably start looking for these 3-in-1 type of cables. And I will say this, Nomad makes really good Kevlar cables. These cables are super tough. And so it's well worth the investment, especially if you're still in the limbo of having micro USB, Lightning, and USB-C. Check it out. The next accessories that I use quite a bit are the Anker magnetic ring. So this is a ring that you put on the back of your iPhone. It connects right to the MagSafe, and it just gives you a little bit of support, you know, so you can hold your phone and do what you need to do, like take pictures or just give your hand some sort of relief. It's really sturdy. It stays on really strong. I use this mostly when I had the Pro Max, but the Pro actually feels really good with one of these. Only thing I will say is that if you get the white, prepare for it to get dirty. I would probably recommend a darker color, but this is a great accessory that I think everybody can use, especially if you're the kind of person who likes to hold their phone or prop it up for videos and media watching, because you can do all types of different angles for it. Only thing I wish it could do is if it could do like a vertical for like FaceTime or something like that, but still a good tool. The other thing is a magnetic ring that kind of does the same purpose, but a little bit more. So Apple recently released an update with your Mac OS where you can use your iPhone as a camera. So you can use your iPhone's camera as a web camera for FaceTime and other video calls like Zoom and Google Video. So this is a normal ring, like I just showed you, where you attach it to the back, but it has this little lip here, right here at the back, that allows you to clip it directly to a MacBook screen. So this means that you can take your iPhone, attach this MagSafe attachment, and then have it sit on your MacBook screen and be used as a webcam. Now, you know how good these cameras are on the iPhone. So your web calls and FaceTimes are gonna look amazing. So if you are interested in using this, I definitely recommend you check it out. If you do a lot of video calls and you don't wanna spend a lot of money on a webcam, check this out. Might save you some money and you get a really good web camera with your phone. The other accessory I want to talk about is the Nomad tripod adapter, and this connects through MagSafe. Now, I use this all the time. I'm actually using it right now to hold the iPhone above this table. And on the back, you see there is another screw hole where you can add a cold shoe mount or anything else that you want to add. So that allows you to add microphones and lights and other things. But I bought one of these so that I could throw it on a travel tripod. And if I ever need to get any footage while I'm out hiking or off-roading or doing something, all I got to do is deploy my tripod and then take my phone and stick it right on there. And you see it's really sturdy, like I'm shaking it. So you can trust it. It's pretty strong. It has a nice little rubber grip here so that you can see that it won't scratch your phone if you like to go caseless. And also the grip helps keep the MagSafe attached to other types of cases. Maybe if you have like a slipperier case, this rubber on here will help keep it attached. Now, Moment makes a lot of other MagSafe adapters and attachments. These are my favorite ones. I recommend you check them out if you're into this and you need something to hold your phone while you record. All right, so that's enough with the accessories. Let's talk about some of my favorite apps. So I'm gonna lean forward for this one because this is gonna take a minute. But the first app I want to talk about is the Oura app. Now, the Oura app is a very interesting app because I normally use my Apple Watch to track my activity, and I used to use it to track my sleep. But the Oura app is a Ring smart device that pairs with an app, and it allows you to see things like your sleep and also your activity and how it all works together. So it provides really deep insights about your sleep that help you do better the next day. So for example, if it detects that I had trouble sleeping, meaning I woke up a lot, it will see that my body temperature was raised and that I probably should sleep in a cooler room. So I've learned more things about my sleep habits and what can help me sleep better through this app than I have ever before. I've also learned that I probably have sleep apnea, but it's mostly due to the fact that I have allergies and I get woken up a lot, and I usually find myself being very tired in the morning. Well, this showed me that I was waking up almost 3 to 4 times a night for like 15 minutes at a time. And so here's an example of what I got this morning. It said, find your sleep balance. Looks like you haven't gotten enough sleep for your needs lately, but don't worry, you'll be okay. Just a couple nights of extra sleep will help restore your sleep balance. So my readiness score is at like a 75. That's good, but it sometimes can be above like an 85, 88, and that's really where you really want to be. But you see for sleep, it says that I had fair sleep. I didn't sleep long, but I got a lot of restorative deep sleep. And so that essentially means that I didn't get a lot of sleep, but the sleep that I got was unbroken and it was a solid, consistent sleep. So that is the Oura app. It pairs with the Oura Ring, and it is a subscription service, but I think it is well worth it. If you are really interested in your sleep patterns and you don't want to wear your Apple Watch to sleep every day, check out Oura Ring. The other app that I use is called Emphasis, And now this app is, I don't really use it all the time because I have other ways of tracking productivity, but Emphasis is just a Pomodoro timer. And I probably said that wrong, but Pomodoro is just a technique where you work for a period of time, then you take a break, then you work for another period of time, and you take a break. It's kind of like agile sprints, but for your own personal productivity. And so I typically do like a 15 to 25 minute sprint where I'm working and focused on a particular task. And then I reward myself for 5 to 10 minutes of break time by getting up and leaving the work area and allowing the app to remind me when I need to return back to the work area. And so just those little adjustments really help with productivity. And I think that if you're someone who struggles with being focused, or you're someone who struggles with staying on task, try a Pomodoro app. Emphasis, it's a really good one. It's free. And I think that it provides a nice little bit of that little dopamine, feedback whenever you complete a sprint and when you get the break to like go do what you want to do. It's I don't know. It's a mind shift. It's something I picked up from Atomic Habits, which is one of my favorite books. And I like that there's an app that looks beautiful and works well. The next app that I use all the time and I'm actually subscribed to is called Flighty. It's a pretty niche app, meaning you really only need it when you're tracking a friend or family's flight or you're going on a flight yourself. And so Flighty is a great way to track your flights and know exactly where the airplane is. So for example, if I have a friend or family coming into town, I can track their flight and I can see exactly when they land. I can see exactly when their airplane taxis to the gate, and I can see when they are actually leaving the gate. So it gives me data that I really like. And it also uses one of my favorite features of the iPhone 15, the dynamic island. So I just added a sample flight from Atlanta to West Palm Beach. It's happening right now. And you see, once I go back to my home screen, at the very top, you'll see now an update. So it actually tells you what gate it's at, tells you how long it's going to take for it to land. When it's going to take off. And once you touch it, you see you have all the flight information. To me, that is super handy because it's always on your screen. So if you're waiting for somebody to get done with the airport, if you're waiting to pick somebody up, or you're also wanting to get real-time updates of your gate changes, I've had this app alert me faster than the actual app for the airline. I don't know where they're getting their data from, but it has been quicker than the airline app. So if you fly a lot or you are someone who does a lot of work with airplanes and you're like picking people up, maybe you're an Uber driver or something like that, I don't know. This is a good app to have. I think it's well worth the money. And then it has like little statistics and stuff so you can like save all your data, like how many flights you took this year. So if you're the type of person that travels a lot, it does a really nice roll up at the end of the year to tell you how much money you spent on traveling. So the last app that I want to show you, and it's something that I'm officially addicted to, is the Shortcuts app. Now, this app is very complex. I'm not going to get into it like in this video, but I will do a deep dive on a video later on. In the meantime, I want to show you exactly what the Shortcut app is and how you could use it to automate some things in your life. So when you first open the Shortcuts app, you'll be right at the all shortcut screen. Now this will show you shortcuts that you've already created, or it will also give you some suggested shortcuts from apps that are already on your phone, like the stock calendar, the stock book app, the stock camera app, and the stock clock app, things like that. And the next screen is called automation. So this is where you can create automations where you want to run the shortcut. So for example, if you want a certain shortcut to run every day at sunrise, this is where you would do it. Like I have a sunrise scene or an automation that automatically goes off every morning called Good Morning. And what that does is turn off some of the outdoor lights and adjust some of the lights like in the house that were on overnight. So again, you can have triggers where it happens when there's a sunrise or a sunset or a certain time of the day. Or you can even use things like the GPS on your phone to see exactly like when you come home. So an example would be when I come home after sunset and I'm the only one home, turn on all the lights. Something like that. That is an automation that you can create here. And then you can create a shortcut to trigger that whenever you want to. And if you want some inspiration and you don't know where to start, like you just really don't know, you can always go to gallery and then just scroll through and look at all the different things that you can do. So here's some examples. There's a get stuff done section, shortcuts to help you focus, start Pomodoro, turn text into audio, quick shortcuts, share location, mark up and send. So that's like if you want to do a screenshot and you want to mark it up and send it back. If you have a job or a profession where you work with PDFs a lot or you work with screenshots a lot, boom, this just saved you some time. And then let me show you something really quick. I know I said this wasn't going to be a deep dive, but let's say we want to do the Pomodoro. So I just added the Start Pomodoro shortcut, and then you'll see here I can hit this 3-button menu, and this is where you see like the actual code of the shortcut. Do not get overwhelmed by this. Just step through it and you'll see what you want to change. Again, I'm going to do a deep dive in how to do this later on. And if you have any questions or any ideas for shortcuts that you want me to create on camera for you, leave a comment down below and I will put that in my next video when I talk about this shortcut app. So I know that there are people out there that are very intimidated by the app. They probably don't even know it's on their phone. And if you're one of those people and you just saw this video, definitely check out shortcuts and let me know your thoughts and maybe some ways on how you want to use it. If you can't figure it out, I'll help you figure it out. That is it for me. I know this video was long, but I hope you enjoyed some of the accessories and some of my favorite apps that I'm using with my iPhone 15 Pro. If you guys have any questions, let me know down below. I'll catch you in the next video. Stay up.